Hi, I'm Shappley. I'm 11 years old and I live in Austin, Texas. This is my friend Sky, who lives in Arizona. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Skylar Morrison. I am 13 years old and I live in Phoenix, Arizona.
Wait, how y'all know each other? Because of
But we know each other from testifying in Texas, and we did a lot of advocacy work at the state capitol in Austin. And yeah, back in 2017, right? Or
2017, 2018,
yeah,
sometime between then.
yeah.
Anyway, when you moved from Texas, did it feel like a giant weight was lifted off your shoulders?
Yeah, I thought that it would be a lot better for me and safer, to be honest. And it was for a few years, up until around 2019, it started to, um, I guess, like there was like a surge in anti-trans bill attacks. Um, and it's just been getting worse since then. But thankfully, not many have passed, but most of the bills are for like anti-medical care, like it's a stuff like that, and like anti-sports for trans people, and yeah.
Have you been feeling during all of this, during this high surge?
I mean, it's definitely scary because I really like Arizona, and the thought of having to move because it's not safe for me here anymore is kind of like annoying, I guess, because like I thought it would be better, and I could be able to be myself here, but I really can't. And yeah.
Yeah.
How is it in Texas? It started off, so I got to the Capitol, and I think there was like about six, like, Mom, how many bills was there before ours? There was like eight,
probably
six.
something like that, yeah.
Yeah, there was about like seven bills before ours, and ours was supposed to be the very last. There was a sports bill for trans people to not be able to play sports, and sadly it passed. It passed through the committee. It's not like official, but that passed. And for our bill, the medical trans bill, they delayed it till the very end, and then when it was our turn they said that it was over because they wanted to give everyone a chance to eat and get some lunch.
Terrible.
Yeah, so that was really annoying because we spent about 5 hours waiting for basically nothing. I started off on the speech talking about how the bill will increase teen suicide rate because without trans medical care, it's really detrimental to your mental health, and it creates a lot of body dysphoria when you don't feel comfortable in your own body, and that can be really damaging. And then I was going to transition over to the irreversible physical changes that happen during puberty. Like, let's say male puberty, you get like an Adam's apple and your voice deepens. And sure, there's surgeries to, shave the Adam's apple, but it can leave a very big scar. And sometimes it's really expensive, and people may not have, access to the funds, and it's a really costly surgery. And the last thing I was going to talk about is how the bill would create an environment where people would think it's okay to discriminate against trans people, and that's not okay. And yeah. On the Trevor Project website, it said that there's about 2.6 million trans teens in the US between the ages of 13 and 19. And um and so I did the math, and about 19% of those teens between the ages of 13 and 19 have attempted suicide, and that's about 500,000. So I just divided that by 50, and that came out to 10,000 attempted suicides from people just between the ages of 13 and 19 in the last year.
That's terrible.
Yeah. And so I feel like that would be a really good point to bring up in the speech, because it would hopefully they would care about teen suicides and try to limit that number and bring it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking on the topic, a lot of people get it wrong. They say that trans kids were born in the wrong bodies or they're too young to know who they are. And I'm like, okay, so if we're too young to know who we are, if we're like 35 and we transition, you're saying we can't be who we are. So that's one thing. And the second thing is saying that we were born in the wrong body is not true. We were born the way we were made to be born, and there's nothing wrong with us.
Yeah.
I love that. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, and I think it's stupid that people say we're too young to know. Oh my God. And when people say that being trans or LGBTQ is a choice, like, do you honestly think I chose to be discriminated against? Like, all the time? Like, that's not a choice. I don't want that to happen to me. You know, it's something you're born with. It's not something that you choose.
It's not. I was born the way I was born. I was born to be fabulous. I was born to be me.
Yes, purr.
What can you give me one word to describe your day?
Ooh, hiring.
Oh yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, those long activism days.
Can you go into more depth? Can you go deeper into that explanation?
Oh, yeah. Well, it was just really kind of insulting. I felt like it was a punch in the face because I showed up to voice my disapproval of that bill, and I feel like they didn't care. You know, I waited like what, 6 hours for nothing, and the fact that they were like, "Oh, we'll delay it for another week." It's disrespectful, honestly. It's like they don't care, and it's such a huge thing, an issue, and I think it's rude and not okay.
Well, it's been a great time talking with you and your glorious self.
Yeah, same. I really enjoyed talking to you, and it was nice to be able to see you again.
Yeah. Maybe we should do this with like other kids and stuff like that. Like, I think it would be really cool to add more kids to these Zooms and just talk with them.
Yeah, I think that would be really kind of empowering for other trans kids. Not only that maybe they think that they're alone and they see, you know, this and know that there's other people like them and that they're not alone. And it would also be really cool to hear other people's stories and, you know, what they've gone through in their own state.
Yeah, and like their voice, they could feel like their voice has been heard.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, sister. Okay. To all you other trans kids who would like to do little Zoom calls like this and maybe feel like your voice has been heard, or you just want to be able to talk to somebody, you can message me privately on my Instagram and tell me where you live, the state that you live in, not your personal information. Tell me the state that you live in and your name, and I don't know, we'll take it from there.